support Trump?
I think I kind of take like the accelerationist like point of view in terms of
Okay.
like his social policies and the fact
So
that
let me ask you
he's
a question. Do you want to burn the
okay.
whole
Yeah,
system
sure. Go
down?
ahead.
Do you want to burn the whole system down?
That's why I said. I mean, if you would have just let me finish, I would have been able to tell you this. But no, of course not.
Okay. Typically, that's what acceleration means. But go ahead and explain. Sorry, I
Yeah, I
interrupted
know.
you.
I'd love to tell you
Yeah. Sorry.
how I
Sorry, I
feel.
interrupted you. Take it
Thank
away.
you. Yeah. So the whole thing with like the race-based ideologies and like bringing it into Marxism, like the oppressor versus oppressed thing that is so prominent, right? And it's destructive. And I feel like him calling it out and making it like a big point to get rid of like sort of the woke policies like DEI, that can be um, argued if it's like valid or not, right? But the conversation of that stuff happening is beneficial because of how destructive it is. It's putting it at the forefront, and people are
Okay.
they're
DEI is
arguing about it.
destructive.
No,
So what policy is destructive? That you're talking about then? Because you mentioned DEI. That's
well,
the only policy that you mentioned.
yeah, I know that's something that he was dismantling,
That's bad.
and I'm sorry, what?
That's bad. Also, I don't think you're an accelerationist, right? Because accelerationism is just going to be like wanting to tear the whole system down and burning down the whole system and restarting from scratch. So I don't think you uphold that
I
view,
don't
which is
really
why I was
think that's what
confused.
that means.
That's exactly what
I think a lot of
accelerationism means.
people. I mean, no, I don't
Like
know.
typically what I hear from accelerationists when they come up on the live stream, they're like a progressive leftist who voted for Trump because they know that he's going to destroy America, and then we're going to have to restart from scratch and rebuild the system. Right? That's typically what an
Yeah, so yeah, okay, cool.
acceleration is
That's
going to
not what
hold.
I said. Yeah, that's not
But
what I
you
said
said you were an
clearly, but
accelerationist.
yeah, I said kinda because I'm not entirely sure what that means, right? But I do think it's good to have like all these disagreements being like what? How do I describe it? Because everything is so damn. How do you describe it? Everybody's like very polarized, right? There's like high tensions with these social issues, and there's so many ideologies on either side that are very extreme. And with social media and everything, like it's ramped it up even more. And I think that him being president has caused these sociopaths to come out and show their face. And
Talking about
it's
January
just
Sixers,
what?
January Sixers, the domestic
Okay,
terrorists.
sure, dude. I don't care. Yeah.
I'm still confused as to why you support Trump. Because you're not an
Yeah,
accelerationist. We
well, I
already
told you
clarified that.
I don't
Thank you,
like any
Sierra.
of the race based ideologies. I don't like
So you
racist
don't like
people, and I
DEI.
think
Why don't you like
Democrats are
DEI?
extremely racist.
Yeah, Democrats are racist, but the president that depicts the Obamas as apes, the president who refused to rent to black people in the '90s and had their paperwork labeled with C for colored, and then
Yeah,
gets
cool,
sued from the DOJ, isn't racist.
cool.
The president who started the birthament of Barack Obama, the president who said that Harris wasn't actually black, right? You think the Democrats are racist,
Yeah, cool.
but Trump isn't
Yeah,
racist.
Democrats are racist. They're
But
extremely
Trump isn't
racist, and they're
racist. Yeah, that
harmful to
makes
the black
sense.
community.
Hold on, how is Harris racist?
Harris?
Yeah.
I didn't say she was.
Okay, it was Harris v. Trump. I already showed you examples of how Trump was racist. It seems to be the case that you don't think Harris was racist. So if you're basing it on
Well, first
whether
of all, you lied
who's
about
race,
multiple things, but
so
I
what
don't
did I
care
lie
to
about?
dismantle it because you're just a liar.
What did I
I'm
lie
not worried
about?
about that. I'm trying to get to
Sierra, thank you
something
so much.
substantive. But
What did I lie about? I
yeah,
made different
so
claims. What did I lie about?
yeah, I'd rather not talk about what you're lying about because I don't care. Everybody knows it's a lie.
You'd
But
rather not
okay,
talk
okay,
about what
fine,
I
fine,
lie
fine, fine,
about.
fine, 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 fine. Just stop talking for a second. So you just said that he posted the Obamas as apes. Like, dude, that's a
Yes.
fucking lie. He didn't even
Did you not
post
see the
that.
video?
Dude, stop talking.
It was posted at midnight. Who
You're
posted
so
that?
insufferable, bro. This is my point. Like, Democrats are just, they're terrible humans. And, like, Republicans aren't effective, but
I'm a
they actually
terrible
have a
human, but
conscience.
the rapist,
They actually have a
racist
conscience.
P3DO isn't. I'm a terrible human, but the rapist
Yeah, I
P3DO
mean, yes,
racist
everything
isn't.
you're saying, like, dude, you just lie, dude. Like,
He
That's
was
why
held
I
liable
can't
for
vote for
rape.
Democrats.
He was held liable for sexual abuse.
So, what is the burden of proof in a civil court?
50. It's the burden of you're asking like what evidence?
Exactly. So you know. So you
Yeah.
know that they don't have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that it happened. It's just the likelihood of it happening, which is
Yeah.
based off interpretation, not hard evidence. And
There is
it's
evidence. You
like
need a
clearly a
preponderance of
witch
evidence.
hunt.
A preponderance of
It's
evidence.
clearly a witch hunt.
What makes you think?
So,
So,
do you
what
want to
makes you
talk
think it
about
was a witch
that?
hunt? Yeah. What makes you think it was a witch hunt? Witch
Yeah.
hunt.
So this lady, it happened so long ago. She doesn't even like know any of the actual details about it.
She does.
And you can easily lie and say that, oh, I told my friends right after, and just make them come there and like testify. Like they don't need any proof of it, right?
They
So
do.
she just said that she told her friends. There's no documentation of it at all, right? So her friend, they're all just like they're haters, and of course they wait until
So why
like
did they
he's
lie? Why did she lie? Why? What
because she
reason?
doesn't like him.
She
Obviously, that's
doesn't like
clearly
him.
what the
Well,
reason
if
would
she,
be.
if
It
she,
doesn't
Jules,
seem
thank
like
you
it
so much
happened.
for the corgi. Jules,
It does not seem like it happened
Carl, if she didn't like him, why didn't she do it prior? Why didn't she do it before? She had all those 20
because he
years.
was
If she didn't like him,
he.
why did she
Okay,
wait?
stop talking. You already asked the same question 3 times. So because he wasn't president yet,
How did she know
she
she?
wants all
But
the
no,
notoriety. She
that's
wants it to
incoherent.
be
That's
like
incoherent.
the big
Carl,
thing.
that's
No, it
incoherent.
isn't.
You're saying she
No, it isn't.
hated him. How did she know that he was going to become president?
So when did she come
If
out with
she
these
hated him,
allegations?
if
Because
she
she didn't go
hated
to the
him,
police, right? Stop asking the same question, bro.
but you gave incoherent answers. You're saying because he ran for president, but she didn't know that he was going to run for president.
When did she come out with these allegations?
When did she come out? To 19, I believe. If I'm not
Oh
mistaken.
wow, look at that.
He was held liable in like
Stop asking
2020.
me stupid questions, bro. I
Yeah,
don't care to
what
talk
about it?
about this. You're just pivoting because you know Democrats are racist. Like none of their
How are
policies
Democrats
help
racist?
black
Go
people.
ahead.
No, listen, you hate black people for sure because you're not a dumb person. Like you
You think
understand
I
how
hate
the
black
crime
people? Yeah, what makes
policies
you think
that
that?
they support are trying to destroy the country.
Yeah, what
And you
policies are
understand
racist?
that
What hold on? What
government
policies
assistance
that
is not
Democrats had in place
helping
are
anybody.
racist? What Democrats that policies have are racist?
Yeah, no, it's their whole position on crime. Like
On crime. What about
that
crime?
alone is
The
just
right
proof. Like
the
that
right
they
literally
okay.
says
Holy shit!
1350. The right
Are
says
you gonna ask me
1350.
a question and then just keep talking? Like,
You didn't
dude,
answer
you're
my question.
insufferable. You're absolutely insufferable. Stop talking. You
Yeah,
can't
take it
say
away,
answer my
man. You got
question
all
and
the
then
time in
keep
the world.
talking. Like you're an idiot. Yeah. So the whole thing where they're trying to get criminals just out of prison that commit violent crimes or they get arrested 50 times and keep giving them chances that those people are all Democrats and none of that is helpful for society or the black community. That's how like these tragedies just keep happening. That's just one example. But the whole government assistance thing is it's just bullshit. Like it doesn't help anybody and it's pretty evident that it doesn't.
Cool, cool, cool.
And
Give me some W's in the chat
hold
for
on.
Jules and Sierra, bro. Can we get massive W's in the chat for the insane gifts? I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you're about need to put that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. You said Democrats are trying to let people out of prison, the violent rapist criminals 50 times. They're trying to what
You're a
policy lets them
fucking
out of
joke,
prison?
bro.
What policy that Democrats put in place let rapist criminals out of prison? Go ahead. What policy was it?
Rapist criminals. I don't know what you're
Yeah,
asking.
you made the claim that people who were did crimes so
Dude,
many
do I need
times
to
were let out of
like
prison.
this is my point. Like
What
it's just this
policy?
whole straw man. Like,
You,
dude, I
I
don't
can. Do you
fucking.
want me to play it back? Hold on, I can play it back for you. I got you. Don't
What
worry,
are
I
you even
got you.
talking about, bro? Like, how would I know what
Let's listen to
exact
what you said.
policies? Dude, you're a fucking giving them chances that those people are all Democrats. None of that is helpful for society or the black community. That's how like these tragedies just keep happening. That's just one example. But the whole government assistance thing is doesn't.
With that thumbs up, hit that
Example. Tragedies just keep happening. Keep just out of prison. Like trying to get criminals just out of prison that commit violent crimes.
Shocker, he did say that, but he ran, of course. How's it going? Do you support Donald J. Trump?
Yes, I do.
Let me guess. You want to talk about abortion?
I never stated that, but I mean, sure, if you want.
No, you guys just all sound the same. Why do you support Trump? Take it away.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna adhere to like social policies instead of economic, but we could just argue it's gonna be socioeconomic. So for social policies, it'd just be yeah, adhering to abortion, obviously compared to Kamala. It's gonna be
How'd I call it, bro?
wait,
I'm
it's
not
gonna be
debating abortion
defunding
with
a
you.
DEI. Okay, you don't have to. Defunding a DEI. It's also just gonna be stronger border policies. Just overall, not advocating for gender affirming care for minors. So
Trans
yeah,
people. I'd figured you talk. I'd figured the three topics that you would talk about is abortion, trans people, and immigrants. Right?
yeah.
Those are the horrible, the most horrible people on planet Earth, huh? It's moms that kill their babies. It's transgenders that are mutilating children, and then it's a violent illegal aliens, right? How'd I know that you were gonna talk about those three topics? Are you white?
No, I'm actually mixed.
Are you white presenting?
Sure.
How'd I know, Jet? How did I know you were gonna talk about those three topics? How did I know, Jet?
Yeah, because I'm just gonna adhere to conservative policies, obviously.
No, you want to know how I know? It's because Donald Trump and Maga spent millions of dollars spreading propaganda on trans people and immigrants. And obviously, you sound like a Phil bro that wants to talk about abortion, so I just added that one in. Listen, man, I think you're a snowflake. You want to control women's bodies. You don't like people of color, and you hate trans people. It's as simple as that.
So you're
I
just gonna like
can,
argue these things that I don't hold to? What?
yeah, I can debate on immigration. What about immigration? Do you support that Donald Trump has done?
No, but I just want to go back. You just said like I don't like people of color, so I'm inherently racist. Is that like the argument?
No, I just said you don't like people of color. That's
Yeah.
the
So
claim I made.
what would that be implying to?
Whatever you want it to imply, Jet. I
Yeah.
think you
So
have more than
racism.
I think you have more than one brain cell. I think if you use your more than one brain cell instead of them racing for first place and you put them together and fuse them together, I think you'll be able to perform your first coherent thought.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna argue that's like an ad hominem. You're just like gonna be implying that I'm racist, but you're not.
If you want to take it that way, definitely, sure. You can take it however you want to take it, Jet.
Okay. So like, wait, what's just gonna be like the argument then for me being racist?
Did you interpret it that way?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold to that. Yeah.
Cool. Why did you interpret that you're racist? Why
Yeah.
did you interpret that I said that?
Yeah. You just like basically made an assertion that I just don't like people of color, which like no prior knowledge to
Yeah. Why
that.
did I
So yeah,
say
I'm just
that?
gonna argue that. Yeah, you just said this because I like gave you basically social policies on why I support Trump. So you're just gonna argue for, I'm guessing, for immigration that grants me a racist.
No, I also said you want to control women and you hate trans people.
Okay, so how's anything to do with people of color?
Because you mentioned three things, and the reason why you uphold to those beliefs are those three reasons. But let's
Yes,
get into
wait.
the immigration debate. Why do you support Trump and immigration? Take it away.
Yeah, because I don't think people should be allowed to come to the country illegally, and so therefore those laws should be restricted.
So mass deportation you support?
Yeah,
Okay, what's one benefit of mass deportation?
yeah. So it's just gonna overall benefit the society. We could argue it's gonna lower crime rates. It's gonna lower overall taxes to the United States of America.
Well, it's going to be false. According to PNAS and FBI data reports, undocumented immigrants are multiple times less likely to commit violent crimes. If A equals B and B equals C, mass deportation increases poverty, poverty increases crime. It is the case that A equals C, so mass deportation increases crime rate because according to immigration, America. Did he run?
Yeah, he ran.
What the fuck?